Get in, get the fuck in. Well in, Reds. The Reds have won. The Reds have won 1-0. The Reds are up to 6. The Reds are only 5 points behind Chelsea in 4th. We finally scored a goal in the first half. Martin Tyler's a boring bastard. I'm Gareth Roberts. I've got Sian, Bennett, and I've got McKenna with me. And we're going to talk about the match. And we're probably going to talk about Martin Tyler as well, because we've just been talking about him now. It is time to put him out to pasture. He is one boring bastard, and he made that match an absolute grind. But Sian, we won. And we scored a goal.
Won. Honestly, the positives I've took from that are endless, apart from, as you say, Martin Tyler. I wish he opened like you did then, and just when we scored, doesn't say nothing all game, and just goes, get the fuck in. And that's it. That's all I'm asking for. Just a bit of life. But yeah, that was dire. But I know it was a bit of a tiny bit of a non-event game. But look, we got goal in the first half, which was a rare occurrence. And I'm just glad he's Klopp stuck to this centre-back partnership now. I think he's kind of committed to that Fabinho thing, and I think he was because he'd said it, he didn't want to go back on it. But I think I can just see Kabak really growing in confidence. At one point, did you see him like dribbling on the halfway line, and he tried to chip Bolly, I think it was. I thought, go ahead, doing like a little Matip there, but. And then the goal started from a Phillips header, didn't it? So like all good things in life, it starts from that Phillips heading the footy, doesn't it? So yeah, it was good. Enjoyed it. 3 points, and we're only 5 points off 4th now, aren't we? So yeah. as Klopp said, it's don't worry about what they're doing. If we just win our games, then we've got a shot, haven't we?
Yeah, and Jay, it feels a bit mad to sort of pick apart the performance, because it was just about winning, wasn't it? I mean, we've got this 3-week break now. And it was just, it was the classic just fucking win Liverpool. And they won. You can pick apart the performance and you can say it was bitty and they did this and they did that and they should have been out of sight and Wolves are unlucky and maybe they think they should have drawn and, all of those things. But kind of not arsed. It was just about winning, wasn't it, mate?
No, it's hugely important to win, because I've like kind of kept this faith, like, I'll get to the end of the month and see where we are. That was like whether we're still in with a shout of the league, and then whether we're still in with a shout of 4th, and after Fulham was done, that was it. It was gone, and then results have gone our way, and there's a bit. It's the hope that kills you, innit? And there was a bit of me thinking, we get a result tonight, we go into that break, we get a favourable Champions League draw. Liverpool will come into the business end of the season thinking there's 2 things to play for here, and it'll be very different. So I had that going for me, and it's a bit strange, innit? Because if you take Leipzig out of the equation, you're looking at that Liverpool performance tonight and thinking, a team like Liverpool playing the way Liverpool are playing, that's exactly the kind of result they need. A spawny goal, relatively, goes in off the keeper near post. We're all not expecting them to go in for us. They haven't been going in for us recently. Bit of dogged defending at time, bit of a turgid game, but they stuck to it. And even at the end, when Wolves, lashing it in the box, it's big clearances from Liverpool players, mad clearances from Liverpool players in some instances, and you're just glad it's done. So maybe Liverpool needed that. Maybe that was just the one crap result where you get a win. They just needed to get this out the system. But there are poor performances there, but Liverpool will just be, particularly after recent weeks, it'll be like, job done. Doesn't really matter kind of how you perform there. You're going to have a bit of a break. You're going to enjoy it. We're going to come back into the business end of the season. 10 games to go. Champions League running. Let's see where it takes us. And hopefully they can put this kind of period behind them now. And and Wolves are a good team. We're going to have played there. You'll look at a lot of those points we've dropped against other teams and think, if we'd have played like we did against Wolves at times with a bit more fight, we might have come away from it. But Liverpool should be glad of the win tonight, regardless of kind of like how they performed. I could imagine Klopp will have loads to say about it, and he'll want to kind of, probably remind them. He'll probably go the opposite way and remind them of not performing well tonight. But I just think, for Liverpool, they've got something they needed to get done, really. And, we'll take 10 more of them, wouldn't we? We'll take 9 more of them.
Absolutely. And, Sian, I'm sure you were the same as me, where, you sort of, you settle down, you sit in front of the telly, you go, come at the Reds, and you're saying to yourself, aren't you, just start well, like an early goal would be lovely and all that. Next minute, the keeper's volleying a fella in the area, and you're like, hang on, wasn't that a pen? What's just happened? Settle down. But the start was wild, wasn't it?
I know, and I was kind of hoping for something a bit wild, just because I think the first quarter of the games we've been playing, you kind of just know how the game's been going to pan out. So I've been screaming for them to have a mad start, but not really on our end of the pitch, more on the other. So I was thinking, I got to like just before half time, and I was thinking, the difference I feel here is that with Fabinho on the pitch, I feel like we can get to that like 70-minute point, like kind of like what we did against Leipzig, and kind of get over the line. Whereas it felt like before that, it was like if we were either going in at 0-0 or 1-0 down at half time, and it was just like an uphill battle. But if I felt like we were gonna grind out the game, and then I also felt like for the first time in weeks, it felt like the front three actually all knew where they were all going to be. I mean, that goal was amazing. Was it like Mane to Salah, Salah back to Mane, Mane to Jota? Yeah. So yeah, I just thought, you know, Mane definitely could have finished a few. I know Salah was offside, but they were getting in them positions, and it's been so many weeks that they haven't even been in there. So I just think it's, you know, we're not going to be flying straight away, and I think it's baby steps, and it's good. Yeah, good to see it's progress, isn't it? It's all you can hope for.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think you're right about the goal in terms of the front three or linking up there. That was pleasing, although Jay's right to say, you know, the keeper should probably save it. But who's asked? It went in. Jay, what did you make of Mane tonight? Because I thought, you know, on the one hand, obviously, you know, the drive, the commitment, the will, if you like, was there from him. But then there was just some odd things, including where, you know, he looked destined to score, and then he somehow contrived not to with that first half chance.